Hi, Robin of Oxy-Dry. And I've been here many times. I'm not sure how old the carpet is. It's got to be at least 10 years old, I'm going to guess. I've been cleaning it for 5 or maybe more, maybe 8 years, I think. Come to think of it. Fairly worn in the traffic areas, but overall the soiling is not that great because she does do it regular. She's got a little doggy and he's done a number of accidents over here. I think not the last time, but the time before there was a couple of very bad stains here, which I got out. They were really bad from the doggy. But anyway, there's a couple of stains right over here which I treated with Suspend because the doggy, he was a rescue. Took him a little while to figure out the pee-pee goes outside. Anyway, he's working on it. So let's see what we can do here. I've already done 2 bedrooms upstairs. Oh, those marks came out. Yeah, pretty straightforward job actually. And I've been doing it on a regular basis, so that usually will make it easier to clean once I start cleaning our carpet, because they're because the soil is getting removed on a regular basis. It doesn't build up in the carpet, and the cleaning product I'm using, it does have a anti-resoil protector in it, polymer. So it makes it release soil more easily, and stains are less likely to be permanent. Yeah, you can see where I treated the stain there. It's already faded away considerably. There's 3,000 ppm of stabilized CO2 in the Suspend, so that'll address, in most cases that'll address any urine staining anyway, breaking it down. Usually takes the stain out. This will be a Triexta, by the way. Seems to me one time I cleaned it and there were some really bad stains right here, but obviously they're not. They're gone. Didn't come back. We got a nice fall day. I think the temperature is around 10 or so. Maybe 12 actually, come to think of it. I think it's where we're supposed to go today. Trees are turning, and it's that time of year. Where I come from, Victoria, by the way, one of the things I noticed when I moved to Okanagan 30 odd years ago is there's definitely 4 seasons here, whereas Victoria on the coast, on Vancouver Island, don't really have 4 seasons per se. I mean, yeah, there's winter and summer, but the seasons are so defined. It's more of a, winters can actually, often we go through a whole winter there and there'd be no snow at all. Often even no freezing. Depends on the year. Sometimes there's snow, and when it does come there, usually it's a big dump, and then it's over and done with within a few days. It melts away pretty quick. A different environment there with being right on the ocean, of course. Whereas here, there's very definitely 4 seasons. Fall is definitely not summer, but it's also not winter. And then spring is usually comes around March or so. And then the snow is gone and everything, but it's still pretty cool and usually wet. And then we hit summer and dry and can go for weeks without rain and hot. But I like it here. It's where I belong, so. It's been very good for me to have come here. Oh, by the way, I better give this a little wipey over here. There we go. This carpet actually cleans really easily. Stains come out of it without any effort at all, really, because again, I've been cleaning it for a few years. Every time I clean it, there is a protector, so the stains just come out of it very easily. Almost looks really good. Although it's pretty worn in the traffic areas anyway. But as I said, it's a Triexta, and it is, I think it's at least 10 or 12 years old actually. I'll try to remember to ask her. But I think it's up there. Just go over this area here a bit more. Yeah, it's looking really good. We'll head back this way. There was a couple of bad stains there, but they're gone already. We'll pass over that area one more time as I move over this way. See, what I usually will try to do is, I just do this without even thinking now, is if there's a high traffic area, usually the way I work is I'll go over that area, like I did here, and then go over the living room and come back over that area. So I ended up going over the area a couple of times, which means I'm going over it way more times than just a couple, because of course this machine is now doing 5 360-degree cleaning passes per second on the carpet, so it's getting many passes over every inch of the carpet where I want it to anyway, and that happens rather rapidly. Sometimes people watch me clean and they ask me how many times am I gonna go over the area, and I tell them, well, actually I've just gone over it like 200 times or whatever, because I've gone over it so slowly and the machine is turning 5 cleaning rotations per second. And that sort of blows their mind, It's the pad that's going over the carpet that's giving us the number of passes per minute or second. And this time, right now, we're doing 300 revolutions in 1 minute, 360 degrees on the carpet. Yeah, so there was a couple of really bad spots here and even over there, and they're all gone. So we'll continue on. There's actually very few stains on the carpet, other than where the doggy pee-peed, so that's nice. One more room to go. This is the theater room, and as is often the case, really bad lighting, which is again why having a light on your machine is a very good idea. You know, I probably mentioned this before, but I started putting lights on my machine 30 years ago. It was like one of the first things I did. My very first rotary. I remember when I first did it, like right away, I had a clip-on with a gooseneck key thing, and first of all I tried it just with an incandescent bulb. Well, they broke very quickly, and then I found the heavy-duty bulbs, and I did that, and that's before the LED lights were available, or yeah. And then eventually they came along, and they were, you know, kind of crude initially, and then they got better. Things have changed. A lot of things have changed since I started doing this. But that was yeah, like I say, one of the first things I did was, well, literally the first thing I did. Well, I don't think I even started carpet cleaning with this method without having a light on. I just thought, okay, I need a light. Because you get into rooms sometimes. I remember, here's what convinced me. Very beginning, I remember this happening. Within months. I remember I did a job. It was a move out, an empty apartment. Young girl, which I kind of knew her a little bit. And when I got there, turned out the power had been turned off already. So that was obviously inconvenient anyway. But there was literally no light in the place at all. Like I could kept the door open, light from the, natural light from the windows, which wasn't much. I was able to run an extension cord to run the machine, and I cleaned it as best I could. Anyway, next day, and that was back when I was $15 a room. There was 3 rooms, so I charged her $45. Back in the old days. Anyway, so she phoned me up the next day and says, all the stains are still there. Did a lousy job. I went there and I looked at it. I was like, oh yeah, it looked horrible. Because I couldn't see. I got there late in the day, I guess. So anyway, okay, here's your money back. Sorry, I couldn't see. And I think that was when I went, okay, I gotta have a light. And then I got myself a gooseneck light, and I clamped it onto the top of the tank. And it worked. It was pretty primitive, but it worked. And then I got the heavy-duty incandescent, and of course that did, stand up to the vibration and jarring around better. It wasn't a lot better, but it was better than nothing. And then eventually I guess I eventually got when the LEDs came out, I of course went with that. Used to buy them in a package with a bunch of little pucks with a little transformer thing, and I made these little boxes and attached it to the machine. It worked. I think one of my MD-180s, my earlier videos, you might be able to see. I think I had it set up like that before in my earlier videos, which I've been putting on up for over 10 years. 13 years now? Something like that. Anyway, yeah. Here we go. We're going to go back to the bottom of the steps over there, and we'll take a look at the pad. Looking good, though. Let's have a look. That's pretty dirty. Definitely needed it. Okay. It's that little dog. He's a black hairy guy, actually, come to think of it. Okay, I'll let you go. Thanks for watching. I gotta do the steps and then groom down here and I'm done. Okay, I'll let you go. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.